'Cause I'm electrified without current. Don't need no motor. I got my power when my ugly thoughts died. I'm electrified. People are a blessing, but a human makes a humankind. They inhale, swallow, and pollute themselves, then excuse themselves for blowing their minds. My job's a million miles away when my complex ritual comes into play. No mama, dad, no women, no men now. Mr. Kilowatt is teaching me now. I'm always alone, that's what I said. And it would be too much fun if I did it in bed. 'Cause I'm beyond static, melodramatic. Whoever said that it doesn't strike twice lied. 'Cause I'm electrified. I get so mad, I don't know what to do. I get so mad 'cause I'm crazy about you. I get so mad, people say I'm insane, but if life is a game, I'm sane. It's the same, whether lame or smart, I tear it all apart. Nothing to do with religion or a communist plot. Yeah, the cameras click, they don't take no picture. And this electrode is a permanent fixture. That's right, I'm a permanent fixture. My existence is a mostly feeling. I'm emotional until I burst. Well, I'd like to do it all for love, and it's usually the best or the worst. How I get. Okay, enough of that stuff. Just a little filler to keep things going. Good evening. It is Saturday. It's 10 p.m. on the East Coast, 7 on the West Coast. And I wasn't expecting this guy for a while, but here he is. This.
You see my hair, just so you know, this is not my real suit. Because I didn't want to get the house dirty, so I bought this costume.
Oh, okay, that's good. And I haven't seen you before in this studio. I mean, we've had Spider-Man here, we've had Mario here, we had Iron Man here once, we even had Black Panther here. But you're not necessarily a superhero. You're a video game character, aren't you?
They're video game characters too.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's right. And you can be superheroes. And what is your name?
Master Chief.
Master Chief. Wait a minute. You're from Halo, right?
Yeah.
You ain't got no guns here, do you? Okay, yeah. We don't allow guns in this studio. If people bring guns in here, I get in trouble.
This is not a studio.
Well, right now it is.
This is a house.
Well, this studio is inside the house. So that's that. So, what brings you to this neck of the woods? What brings you to Bill's Box of Sound and tonight's live stream? What?
Spider-Man sent me here.
Spider-Man sent you.
Remember, he said that he was gonna have a surprise.
Yeah. And this is the surprise. I'm surprised. And let's see. Oh,
Chief Dancing Artist says, you need air conditioning. I won't survive summer without it. Well, I wish I could help you out. And I don't know how much air conditioning I'm going to have this summer because we were having some problems with air conditioning near the end of last summer. But we'll see what we do. We don't want to have to buy a whole new air conditioner, but we'll do what we can. But if it gets hot tonight, we've got a fan that we can turn on and make it cool in here.
Do not blow it at me.
Okay, sorry, Master Chief. Now, with your name, Master Chief, does this mean that you are in charge of other guys as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I am a Spartan.
You're a Spartan. All right. And what's your main function in Halo?
Fight.
You fight. Okay. Do you command other guys to fight?
Yes.
Okay. Pretty cool. So, Master Chief is going to be hanging out with us for the hour, or most of the hour. I may ask you to go and get Roman later on because I need to talk to him about something. But that's between me and Roman, not between you and me. But anyway.
I already know what it is.
Oh, you already know what it is.
Roman told me.
You're on top of things. So anyway, okay, so not too much crazy stuff going on. Last week, Kevin Hart, not the comedian, my friend Kevin Hart, was in the studio. In the chat room, and we were talking about a couple of albums. So let me just pull these out here. I know we got them close by. Hang on. There it is. Okay. So I was talking about the new Sparks album. Okay. Which I believe is their 25th studio album as Sparks. They have done other records as well. And the name of the new Sparks album is The Girl Is Crying in Her Latte. A brand new album. They've re-signed with Island Records, which was the same record company that put out Kimono My House and Indiscreet and Propaganda back in the day. And they're back with them again, and it's a good album. I'm going to be reviewing it on my regular channel, on the regular part of my channel soon. But here's the thing. I had said that I had ordered the Sparks album, and I received a whole bunch of other records at the same time. And when I opened up the box, I opened up all the other records, and the last one I said, Sparks album's going to be in here. So I opened that one up, and Sparks was not in there. But
Bummer.
This album was in there. The new release from Ralph Towner called At First Light. And I was interested in this album. I had looked at it online. I had placed it in my cart, then took it out of my cart. But I know that I ordered the Sparks album, so I double-checked all my orders, and it's like, you know what? Maybe I'll just keep this album. But this album costs $14 more. And I said, I love me some Ralph Towner, but not enough to overpay for his album by that much and have him not profit from it. All that money would go to Amazon. So I went through the refund process, sent a copy of this back to Amazon, reordered Sparks and got that, and then I wanted to get this album anyway, so I ordered that. But there's more to the story. Right after last week's live stream, Kevin called me and said, so you ordered the Sparks album and you got a copy of Ralph Towner, right? And I said, yeah. Crazy, isn't it? And he says, yeah, I ordered the Ralph Towner album and I got the Sparks album instead. Just a moment. And I said, wait, you got to be kidding me. You ordered Ralph Towner and got Sparks. I ordered Sparks and got Ralph Towner. We had both already put in our request for a refund. Otherwise, we would have just sent these two albums to each other. But that is absolutely crazy. Paul, you're in the chat room. You're sure Roman is excited for the new Spidey film? Oh, we'll be talking about that later on in the show. And can't stay, but I'll watch the recap. Have a great evening, guys. Yes. Now, what were you going to say?
The Spidey film is already out.
Yep. He knows. I mean, you know.
Rowan got upset at the end.
Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Okay, we got a whole hour to go. So anyway, that is a wacky story. Now, after I had scheduled this stream tonight, I was a little bit worried because last night, Friday night, I always watch Grown Man Record Night on Twitch and on YouTube. But it wasn't on last night, so I'm wondering what's going on. Is Mikey okay? So I'm in here. I'm preparing for the live stream, and get a little email that pops up says Grown Man Record Night is live right now. They're doing their Saturday night Captain Car Wash right now. So that's a live only thing. They don't save that. So if you want to watch this live stream after the fact, I won't be upset. You can go to twitch.tv/grownmanrecordnight and see Captain Car Wash right now. I'm going to go there right after this show is over with and watch some cartoons and listen to some tunes and laugh along with Mikey and Jay, if Jay's still there. But this show will be available afterwards. But if you want to stay here, happy to have your company. Raise your own glass of diet whatever. And, oh, you got yourself something to drink there, Master Chief?
I don't want anybody to look at my face.
Okay. I'm not looking at your face. He's getting himself a liquid refreshment. Let's go down a little bit so we can all see each other. Another record that I had pre-ordered that came out yesterday was the new Foo Fighters album called And Here We Are. Now, I didn't receive it on time. You know, it used to be that if a group announced an album way in advance and they allowed you to order it, they would ship it to you so that you'd get it on a day of release. Doesn't happen anymore. That stinks. So I'm not going to get mine until like next Tuesday, but I did stream the album. It's interesting. It's not horrible like the last couple of Foo Fighters albums. In my opinion, the last really good Foo Fighters album was Wasting Light. After that, all downhill. Now, I'm terribly sad about Taylor Hawkins passing away, and I'm also, on the flip side of that, very happy that they've announced that Josh Freese is their new drummer, because Josh Freese has played with Devo, he's played with Nine Inch Nails, he's played with Dweezil Zappa, lots of good people, and that's exciting to see. Josh Freese is the new Foo Fighters drummer, so possibly might give them a new lease on life. And speaking of Zappa stuff, we've got a new picture up here on the makeshift homemade Zappa calendar. That's the out of print greatest hits collection called Strictly Commercial. My name is inside of that album if you ever see it. Did you know that? My name is inside of a Frank Zappa album?
No.
I'll show you. Hold on a second, let's find it. It's past all of these. This is released in 1995. Here we go. There's the album right there. Strictly Commercial. This was put out by Ryko Disc, who was handling all of Frank's stuff stuff at the time. And this came out in 95. He passed away in 93.
Frank Zappa.
Yep. So, when you open this up, you can see all this stuff. And it says, thank you to... Can you see that?
Is he actually talking about you?
Yes. I helped them out. I actually went to California, talked to Jill Christensen, who was doing some work for Rykodisc at the time, and did some research, and they contacted me on a few different bases. I was shielding your face, Master Chief. I was doing.
My face is fine.
Okay.
I have my mask on.
But I don't. But I could partially see your face in the camera, so I was just blocking it just in case. We don't want anybody to see your face, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I was working with Rykodisc on some research while they were putting together this compilation, and so as a result, I got my name in this album. So, little bit of trivia for ya. And doing some calisthenics. You got to stay in shape.
Yes.
Are you getting warm in that suit?
No.
Excuse me. So, okay, other records I listened to this week. I showed this last week on yellow vinyl, right here. The Presidents of the United States of America, Froggy Style. This is available from, what's the name of the company? I got the thing here, because this is the booklet that came inside. Bandbox. Ta-da! And they're also coming out with a colored vinyl variant of the They Might Be Giants' very first record as well. But this is the first issue on vinyl of their demo cassette, which got them their record deal. And it's called Froggy Style. And these guys are incredibly tight. These songs are very close to their album counterparts, but with little changes. One of the coolest ones is the end of Naked and Famous, where they just sustain and jam out on their last chord. So, might want to check that out. Bandbox.com. Presidents of the United States of America.
Why?
What?
Why did you sound like that?
I don't know. I just felt like saying it like that. Let's see how many folks we got here. Got 5 people. The loyal, the few, the proud. Listen to this last night and this morning. Cavalcade by Black Midi. Okay. And I bought this because I investigated this band after it was featured on Abigail DeVoe's channel, Vinyl Monday, for her mod month of May. And check these guys out. Man, these guys can play. They are wild. She was comparing them to King Crimson, but I heard shades of Henry Cow in here, kind of like the In Praise of Learning period Henry Cow stuff. Very, very manic, and highly recommended. Let's see what else I've been listening to this album again because I got a used copy of it. Ultrasonically Clean this. This is the 4th Monkees album, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. Always my favorite Monkees album. And I actually found a copy that wasn't scratched up to blazes, and this sounds fantastic. Heard things I had never heard there before. Lauren T., hello, how are you? Your brother was here last week. Well, in the chat room anyway. Lauren, you know the guy Joe, who handles the Zappa stuff in California? That's his sister. So there. and she likes the Monkees. She saw the Monkees live. I saw the Monkees live too, but I saw them on the tour that happened right after Davey passed away, and Michael joined them. Nez was with them, and they played the Lakewood Civic Auditorium here in the Cleveland area, and it was a great concert. It's sad though, but yep, we all love the Monkees. What else have I listened to this week?
Maybe not all of us.
Not all of us? Well, you know, I may play some Monkees music for you and you might like it. They also made a TV show. They had a TV show called The Monkees, and it was pretty funny. When I was a little kid, about as old as Roman is, I enjoyed that show. It was the one show that I loved. Every Monday night, 8 o'clock on NBC, I watched it. It was awesome. So, speaking of when I was Roman's age, could you do me a favor and go get Roman, because I want to talk to him about the Spider-Man movie. Thank you so much, Master Chief. Will we see you again before the end of the show? Because I don't know if you know this or not. We always make noise at the end of the show. We make some kind of music.
I know.
If you want to join in, I'll be here for you. You can play the synthesizer, I'll play the acoustic guitar.
Got it.
All right. Go get Roman. I'll talk some more. Other records I listened to this week. Because of the impending release, Spider-Man is busy this week, so Master Chief came by. She wanted to know where Spidey was. He's usually here, but he's on a very important mission right now. Isn't that correct?
Yes. He
Okay.
is very busy fighting, who was that guy remember that comment about that one day on that live stream about a comment where someone said this guy that is stronger than Spider-Man.
I don't remember his name.
Spider-Man would not want to meet him.
Oh.
Well, Spider-Man is doing a mission on that.
Oh my. Okay.
And I hear he's doing great.
Okay. Well, of course. Come on, he's Spidey.
He has Miles as help.
Oh, okay. And speaking of Miles, a few years ago, we saw a movie together. Our whole family watched it at once. It was
Into the Spider-Verse.
You're right. It was a completely animated film, Into the Spider-Verse, and it introduced us to a different Spider-Man. A teenage Spider-Man. Well, he's younger than Peter Parker, right?
Yes.
Miles Morales. And he's also the first Spider-Man of color, which I thought was so cool. And you found out about all the other different Spider-Man and Spider-Man characters that were in the Spider-Verse, and we traveled on the different dimensions, and he came face to face with Peter Parker, and
No, he didn't travel through dimensions. That was the second one.
okay, but we saw all sorts of weird stuff in that first movie, and the animation. If you're an animation fan, incredible stuff, because you saw all sorts of stuff that looked like it was real, stuff that looked like it was drawn, some of the stuff that looked like it was stop motion animation. We had comical animation with Spider-Ham. That movie just broke all sorts of barriers in the Spider-Man universe.
Okay. This makes no sense.
What makes no sense?
Why did that spider in the Spider-Ham universe get bit by a pig?
That I don't know. I'll have to research. We'll have to research that and find a Spider-Ham comic book.
It should be the opposite.
Yeah, but anyway, so just yesterday, a new movie opened up. It's the second movie in the series with Miles Morales, Into the Spider-Verse, but this one's called Across the Spider-Verse, and he goes into the multiverse.
like through dimensions.
Yeah. And this one.
Well, I think
So
3 dimensions or 2.
okay. So tell me about the movie, but don't tell me about the end yet. But did you enjoy the movie? Did it have a lot of good action, a lot of good plot, and Gwen's with them?
Not that many. Not that many, I think.
Mm.
But Gwen did show up a lot.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, when you came home, you said that you were mad.
Yes.
What happened at the end of the movie?
So, at the end of the movie, so Spider-Man thought that he was in his world, but he was in another world where there was no Spider-Man because he got bit by that spider from that dimension, and he was supposed and he wasn't supposed to be a Spider-Man because there was already a Spider-Man.
So was he just a regular person?
He was supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
And the other Miles, he was the Prowler. Not his uncle. His uncle was his dad. His mom was the same.
So was he a bad guy?
Who?
The Miles Morales in the alternate universe.
Yes.
Oh.
And then Gwen had backup, and then she made a portal to go to that dimension, and then when she went in, it said, you got
on the screen?
It said to be continued.
And that got you mad.
Yes. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
So, the good thing about that is that there's going to be another movie. But the bad thing about it is that you wonder what's going on. Why can't you resolve it within one film? So,
I know the answer to it.
yeah.
Because it was 9:30 p.m. when it started, so it would be basically the next day.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know you and your mom were out till past midnight.
Yes.
When you got home. You went and saw it at a drive-in, which is cool. So that is that. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming in and giving us your unbiased review of the film. Would you say, yes, go and see it, or no, don't go and see it?
Yes, go and see it.
Yes, go and see it. Okay, well.
But just a warning, you'll be mad at the end.
Yeah. Well, just we're here to inform you that it's part 2 of a trilogy. There's going to be a 3rd movie. We don't know when that's coming out.
I want it to be today.
You want it to be today. I hear you.
They should have made it when they were also making the 3rd movie. I mean, the 2nd movie.
I have a feeling they're working on it right now. I'll bet you they've done all the sound for it, and they've done some of the. I mean, they know what's going to happen, but they're working on the movie now. I'll bet you.
They're probably doing the animations and all the fighting with Miles and the Prowler.
Mm-hmm.
The quote-unquote Prowler.
That's going to be wild. I can't wait to see this movie now.
That fight is going to be epic.
Epic.
Because Miles is not joking around.
Yeah.
He will literally punch him. Because Aaron, his dad in that universe, he used the glove and he punched the boxing bag that Miles was tied up to.
Uh-huh.
And he punched it so hard that it literally exploded so much sand.
Man. Wow.
So, I pray that Miles survives.
I have a feeling he will.
Yes, because he can turn invisible.
Yeah.
Well, basically that won't help.
Okay.
I think because the Prowler has night vision and he can see.
Okay. Well, we don't want to give away too much of the film, so I want to thank you so much for coming and talking about the new Across the Spider-Verse movie. And you can hang around if you want, or if you've got other stuff to take care of, you can send Master Chief back in here. It's up to you.
I gotta go.
You gotta go? All right. Well.
Besides, mind controlling Miles of the fighting.
That's deep. That deep stuff.
Basically, he doesn't know where he is right now.
Okay.
I gotta get back to mine.
All right. My grandson Roman, thank you so much for being on here. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right. So another thing I listened to this week was an old Gentle Giant album interview. Whoa, you came back quickly. You must have been waiting out there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I listened to an old Gentle Giant album from 1976 called Interview. This is one that I had, but I really hadn't listened to it that much. But I'm getting myself reacquainted with this record because it's going to be coming out as a Steven Wilson remixed album, coming out on vinyl as well as on a Blu-ray disc with 5.1 and Dolby Atmos mixes, as well as a brand new stereo remix. So all Gentle Giant is good stuff. We've talked about Gentle Giant before on this show. And let's see, last week, who was it? I think it might have been Paul. He was asking about Hatfield in the North and Egg and National Health. A lot of bands that have David Stewart on those albums. Progressive music. And the one thing that those bands have in common, in addition to Dave Stewart being the keyboard player, is that all those bands are from the Canterbury area, the Canterbury progressive scene. Bands like Camel, of which the bass player, and I can't remember his name, his brother was, he was in Caravan with his brother. Sinclair, Richard Sinclair. That's right. Let me just grab a couple Camel albums. And other band, another bit. What's going on here? I'm shorter than I usually am. Can I do the show from here?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah. Oops, almost nicked the microphone there. But yeah, I got some albums from Camel, like I Can See Your House from Here. We've got Breathless. We've got Rain Dances, and there's the band on the back. And we've also got The Single Factor. I don't have all the Camel albums.
That song, Breathless, just took a dark turn.
A what?
A dark turn.
A dark turn, huh? Okay.
Yeah, very dark.
So anyway, yeah, Peter Bardens was the keyboard player for Camel, and Richard Sinclair, who played bass for Hatfield in the North and also sang, is in this band. And other Canterbury prog bands include Gong, and I spoke of Caravan, and I believe Can was partially a Canterbury area band as well. So that was interesting. I was getting into all of those bands there. And And let's see. Well, thank you for stopping by, Lauren. Take care. And going back to Zappa stuff, there was another teaser track from Funky Nothingness that was released this week on YouTube. It's a 8-minute track called Khaki Sack. Khaki sack, kind of a play on the term hacky sack. And listen to it. Interesting, pretty blues based. And what was kind of odd was that when I was taking a look at the teaser video of Joe Travers, Vaultmeister, hanging out with Chris Bellman while they cut the lacquer for the vinyl version of Funky Nothingness, they played the beginning of the what was the name of that song? Somebody had a baby. Let me go back here and find that. Let's see. Where's my subscriptions? Let's see. Annie had a baby. That's right. That the first of the teaser songs from Funky Nothingness was I thought it was Annie Had a Baby. Looks like they took that off of there. Let's take a look here. Videos. Yeah, Work With Me, Annie, and Annie Had a Baby. But the newest one is a track called Khaki Sack. And that song is 8 minutes long. Lots of cool soloing from Ian Underwood on that track. So if you haven't listened to it, go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's probably available on Spotify and places like that. So anybody else have any questions or suggestions or anything else that they wanted to talk about this week? Anybody? You think they've gone off to watch Captain Car Wash? Are you sleeping?
What do you mean is Captain Car Wash?
Captain Car Wash is a show that's on YouTube, and that's what I'm gonna watch after we're done here, because it's done by the same people who do Grown Man Record Night, and I dig that show. So, oh yeah, we've had a hot spell here in Cleveland. Today the high was only like 79 degrees instead of the mid and upper 80s as it's been all week, and thankfully we haven't really needed the air conditioning. Just keep the windows open and don't wear heavy clothing, and we're fine.
I'm wearing heavy clothing.
You are wearing heavy. You're wearing your fatigues, and oh, I see what that does. Okay, but that's kind of like a light costume, isn't it? Or your light suit.
This is a costume.
Uh-huh.
My suit is back at work.
Okay. And where is work?
Basically, I think it's in another world.
It's in a war zone in another world.
Takes like an hour to get there.
Wow. Okay.
Not that long.
So trying to find some other stuff. Not too much came in this week. I've been doing a lot of work with the ultrasonic cleaner, the Humming Guru, and seeing how well it works or does not work in cleaning up old records and giving you all sorts of new ways to get the gunk off your records and extract more sound from the vinyl. And I'm going to do a full video review of that. I keep on promising these things, but it's been a very, very busy week. Also been doing a lot of gardening outside, stuff like that. So we've got like 20 minutes left.
How long do the live streams take?
Well, my live stream lasts an hour. Yeah, there's lots of people that they do their streams for like 3 or 4 hours at a time. I don't have enough time to sit and watch all those.
I do.
You do? You watch live streams that are that long?
I don't watch live streams.
Oh, okay.
If I were to watch a live stream, it
Yeah.
would be only yours.
Oh, thank you. I'm flattered. You are all right. So
I don't have emotion.
You do. That's right. You don't have emotion.
So I'm not. So technically, I'm
Well,
being nice.
I would think that you do have emotion. It's just that you don't show it.
No, I don't have emotion.
Oh. Okay. I've got to sort these back in the order that they came out.
I think I used to have emotion.
Yeah?
Like when I was a kid.
Okay. Put these back on the shelf. Excuse me, Ma.
Spider-Man told me to do it for him.
So there. That's what you're doing. Want to switch? Okay.
Why is nobody commenting?
I don't know. It's just one of those nights. Maybe it's just too hot.
How is it too hot to comment?
I don't know. You know, a lot of people, they tune into live streams just to watch, not to comment. So there. Oh, there is another Spudlock video that is coming out on my channel. I was going to upload it today, but I'm probably going to upload it tomorrow. Let me see if I can put it up on the screen so you guys can get a sneak peek at it. Let's see here.
There must be like 1,000 people watching.
Oh, no. There's only like 7 people watching. So let's zoom into the files here. And
Did I just lift my mask up?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Comment down below if I did.
Okay.
And if you also saw my face.
If you saw his face, comment in the chat room.
I did not.
Whoa! Did you see that?
I did not mean to open my mask.
Okay. All right. Well, here, I'm going to mute our sound for a minute, and we're going to show you a sneak peek of the second teaser for the Spudlock album, which is coming out in August of this year. So. Hello again, it's your reporter, narrator, whatever, presenting to you another slice of Spudlock history. Currently we are standing in the parking lot of where the second Spudlock studio was located at State Staffing of Ohio. At least that's what it currently is. But while Spudlock was recording at that studio, it was known as the second location of Maximum Compact CD Store, a record store that came to an abrupt halt when 2 out of its 3 investors plotted against each other, leaving the person who started the business up a creek without a paddle. And this is where Naked Shave Meals on Fire and several other songs were recorded. So, nothing else going on. It's another slice of Spudlock history for you.
Over the river till I look real mean. Hold me over the river until I know what it means. What does it mean? I got diseases. I got annoyed. I got
Okay,
infected and unemployed.
that's that.
And I got the reason.
And it fades away. That was...
The credits?
It wasn't credits. It talked about when I was in that parking lot and I was filming that, there were people working inside of that store. It's like a employment agency. And so I got done and I turned off my camera and I'm going to walk away. And some lady comes out and says, can we help you with something? We saw you hanging around in the parking lot. Kind of like I was not supposed to be there. And I was like filming things without permission and stuff. And so I said, no, I was just on a phone call. And I walked away because I'm thinking they're going to call the police on me. So I took off. And that was that. But that's just a little teaser of the history of Spudlock for you. And
you shouldn't have not said that.
Why?
That lady might be watching.
Oh, I doubt it seriously. That lady does not know that parts of an album that is represented on this test pressing here is coming out.
Wish this wasn't a live stream.
Why?
Then you could cut that part out.
Oh, no. This is completely legitimate. Nobody's going to get in trouble. But got the test pressings. I'm just waiting for them to make the record for me, so I can get it out to you folks. But you know, these things happen. Got a very cool comment on my channel about let's see, where's my comments? No, it's my channel analytics comments. Okay, yeah. There's a video on my channel about me rating the XTC albums from least favorite to most favorite, and somebody commented on it and said, I'm from Scotland. My mate and I always argue which is the best English band. He says Roxy Music. I say XTC. Yes, we are old, about 65-ish, and we grew up with this music. Well, hey, I'm 63, so go figure. He says that he's a huge Bowie fan, and like Bowie, it's hard to pick a best album because they're all different, and it's nice to see that at least one person in the USA knows what great music sounds like. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people who dig XTC in the USA. But Alex, I want to thank you for your comment. That was very kind and generous of you. And I like having stuff like that go on. In XTC news, there was a re-release of XTC's second album, Go To. It's a 2-record set from Ape Music. And the second record is the 12-inch single that came with early copies of Go To, which is called Go Plus, and our dub experiments that Andy Partridge and John Leckie did at the time that came out. And it's fun to listen to these and try and figure out where all the sounds came from, because Andy and John just churn these things into new tunes. So that's the Go To and Go Plus 2-record set by XTC on Ape Records. It's in your stores now, or through mail order. So, all right. If there's anything else you want to talk about, oh, DJ Trish. Good to see you in the chat room. I saw that you had posted on Facebook. And hello. And this is Master Chief, by the way. You usually watch in Spider-Man's here, but this is Master Chief from Halo.
What does that say?
Okay.
I can't see because of
Okay.
all this.
It says KE semicolon P Bill, and it says I mean hello Bill. So there. But anyway, DJ Trish, you posted on Facebook a picture of your new mixer. which is a Gemini 4000 BT Bluetooth. It's got two CD slots in it, and it's also got USB plugs for like memory sticks and stuff like that. And that looks very, very interesting. Now, I use Serato DJ Lite on my laptop, and I use a Gemini product as well. Hang on a second. I'm going to go get it. If you want, you can entertain people. I'll be right back. Okay. Woohoo! Ah! That's okay. That's okay. People got to look at your stern, emotionless, and handsome face, or mask anyway. All right.
Do
This.
not call it handsome.
All right. Well,
I prefer scary.
now you're emotionless, which means you don't get mad, right?
Yeah, but I sound mad all the time.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is my control surface. This is the Gemini DJ to Go 2, and this plugs into my laptop. And this accesses all of the sound files on my computer. For a while, I paid for Serato DJ Pro, but I haven't been doing any DJ gigs for a while, but this is still a lot of fun, and this can get the party started. This plugs into your computer via USB. It's a little tiny thing. It's not full size like your mixer, but then again, you do a lot more gigs than I do. So yeah, this is cool. You've got master volume. You've got level of both decks. You've got the slide control to go between your two sound sources. You got your jog wheel, which you can also do scratching on for both sides. And got your sync, so you can do beat matching. You can grab a cue point if the place you want to start the song is not at the very beginning. You can do the cue, then play it, go back, play it, go back. It's very cool. I like it a lot. And oh, it's not a Gemini. It's made by Newmark. So, yeah, very cool. Very cool. I was very excited to see that picture on Facebook of your new mixer. And I right away wrote down the model number and started researching it online because I'm thinking, But I don't do that much DJing, so I probably won't be buying one of those. But yeah, geeking out on DJ gear, love doing that. And well, guess what time it is? It's almost time for the end of the show. So, oh, you used to have a Newmark. Cool. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to start playing music a little earlier than usual this time around. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sip of Diet Coke here. Here's to ya. I want to say that I had a great time, and I hope you did too. I don't know if I'll be here next week, but if I am, hope to see you here. And we'll talk about more things music-wise and vinyl-wise and other stuff like that. I hope you have a great week. Stay tuned for your 11 o'clock news on on everywhere except for the West Coast and parts outside of the USA. See, I don't know. In Canada, I think they have 10 o'clock news. All right. Ooh, you're working on a reggae mix. Very cool. You can do a lot of dub stuff. All right. So anyway, that is the show. I'm going to start this. Thank you for tuning in. maybe we'll see you next week. And if so, it'll be good to see you. Take care, everybody. Well, I guess that was that.